And welcome to the 88th installment, the double bubble of the Hot Mess Express with the lovely Miss Didi from Didi's Fin Den, and I, Foxy from Foxy's Fishes. Welcome everybody and happy 2023. Hope everyone's New Year's off to a fantabulous start.
Oh Lord,
How
I
are you?
remember 2000 seemed like 3 lifetimes away.
Oh my goodness, just to think like I graduated forever ago now, it feels like.
I graduated before most of our chat friends were born. Lord.
But
Hey, but I'm
hopefully
still kicking, so you know.
Mhm. But last year was a pretty darn good year for us. I mean, we had some bumps in the road, but we had some really good forwards as well. And this year, we're only expecting to expand on that. So we're looking forward to 2023. How about you guys? You guys have anything that you want to have completed for 2023 that you want to get done in the new year? And while they're typing all that, I can run through and
Yeah,
say
let
hello
us
to
know
everybody.
because Jimmy P says 2022 sucked monkey balls for him, but he's still
No.
here.
That's what counts. As
That's
long as
right,
you wake
Jimmy.
up, you still can try again. Okay, let me go through, pop out the participant list.
The
Here
pants
we
list, the
go.
participants.
So here we go with hello. So first then we have George RB3, Amateur Aquatic Addiction, Bruiser CB, Bunny Viper, Q, Craig Doniger, which I believe I saw he was 2 hours late for work because of us bloody Americans.
I
Sorry,
saw
Craig.
2 hours late and then it was gone. I didn't know what that meant.
And we have Dennis Christensen, Didi's Fin Den, Eric Wyrock, Foxy's Fishes, Gina's Reef, Jeff Kane, Jimmy P's Aquariums, Lady Rorschach, Legacy Aquascapin, Mark Sturlson, Michael A., Monster Fish Gal, Mystery Snail Guardians, Only Oscars, Pride Moore's Fish and More, Red Laser, Richard Reynolds, Getty Nona, Saints Dust Aquariums, Shane's Tanks and Bowls, Silver Creek Aquatics, Stephanie Dominguez, the Nano Aquarium Guy, Why Are We Always Yelling? I did not stutter once. And James H., I just saw populated. Welcome, everybody. Bigfoot Fish Tanks as well.
California.
Kelly Foreman, hello. I hope you're feeling better, lovely. But yes, welcome everyone. Thank you for hanging out with us this evening. I'm still so scatterbrained, but I'm trying.
I hear you.
Nana says, I think we all should get pin that said I survived 2020.
That's the truth. Woo. There's a
Eric
goal.
Walker says, I want to be better, whether it's being a better father, husband, aquascaper, the whole lot.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, but how can you already improve on perfection, lobster?
Holly, be careful out there. She's driving and lurking.
Yes, be careful, Holly. So let's see, as I was saying, close. Anyone else have any other things they want to get done in this new year?
Well, I've accomplished a main thing that I want to get accomplished is I won't be falling off my stool anymore because I got a fat ass chair.
Woohoo!
No more free entertainment, Jimmy.
You're not going to get dumped anymore.
If I do, the whole chair dump me. And that has happened before at work. But
oh my goodness.
Yeah, but we had the big old chairs, with the cushiony. They look like, house chairs, and the back was way up here. And we had those little roll-on roughy mats back in the day. Now, mind you, this was in the 80s. And I needed to go from there to the file cabinet, where on the old chair I could go and go back to the file cabinet and twist my chair in route and land there, get my file and back to the phone. Well, I went to push that bad boy, it stuck. As soon as it hit the carpet, it stuck. The chair flipped over. I had a dress on. I couldn't get up because it had them big old arms that, you could rest your arms.
Yeah,
so you
just
roll. And if I did anything else, my dress was going to come up over my head. And so I was like, and the girls had to come and help and grab my arms and me trying to hold my dress down.
Tricky situation.
Yeah. So a whole chair can throw you out too. Well, I've stayed in the chair.
Oh my goodness. Just
but
like
I
a
couldn't get
turtle,
out of it.
like a turtle on its back in the sun. Just help me, please, somebody help
The only way, literally, to have gotten out of that chair would have been just done a backward somersault type thing, roll over. Now that would have been cute
me.
in a dress in an
Yeah.
office.
I mean, if you could pull it off, otherwise you just end up with your dress stuck on your head and
Well,
you're
you
still
could
on the
get
floor.
a raise, maybe, you know.
Maybe.
But it was all girls in
Maybe.
the office, so I would probably not get a raise.
Oh goodness.
Oh, mercy.
See, Craig says
That was
that
awesome.
that is awesome. Craig says, I think Belle's hooked on saltwater now. Gina, she takes me to the salt section every time. Oh, that's so cute.
Who said that?
Craig Doniger.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
And I see Bill had a stream earlier, I believe.
Nice. I've been extremely out of the loop with everything, trying to like recover from the human malware and get the house back in shape and all the babies back in order. And I have not been able to keep up with the live streaming too much, but I've been trying, guys, and I have a lot of catching up to do. But that's so awesome. She did her first live stream, you said, today?
Well, I think I saw something, but it was more private by the time I went to click in.
Mm-hmm. That's still pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure it was her. Belinda.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought
Belinda.
that. Craig, am I correct? And
Hello,
maybe it was just
Nathan.
a private one-on-one type thing. I don't know. But you
Hello,
know me, I'm
Shmi.
nosy. I thought I was going to drop in there and just find the scoop out.
Exactly. Otherwise, how are you going to post those videos letting everyone know everything in the mornings if you don't know everything yourself?
Well, Kelly's on it.
So far, my only accomplishment for the year is to make soup. That is a big accomplishment considering you haven't been feeling so well, Kelly, and I really hope you do start feeling better. Fat Kitty is not working hard enough. Mommy's been sick too long. You hear me, Fat Kitty?
That Fat Kitty got it made right now because Mommy's not there to to push him. I got hiccups.
Hello, Richard. I feel the hungry hiccup is going to be coming on soon. Hello, Fish Tropic. Welcome. See who else is made in Clicks Images. Welcome.
Clicks came in. Nathan Hobie. Jinu.
Welcome, guys. Hello, Jen.
And I've learned that Saint's Dust Aquariums is dusty. Which makes sense. It's like, okay, why didn't I see that before?
That makes sense. And Jen, did you receive a package in the mail today? I haven't checked, but you should have.
Oh.
I'm excited to hear. But anyways, so back on like things that we wanted to get done for the new year. Well, having this sudden spawn of axolotl eggs, like I did not expect. I expected them to happen maybe more towards the spring. I did not expect them to happen when they did. So I was ill prepared, especially since they were still young and this was their first spawning, and I knew what to expect, but also I've never been through that massive amount. So there's some things I learned along the way, and there's some stuff we're going to be setting up a way that for the next spawn that we don't have to worry about keeping them in mass and like me always worrying about if they're okay and spreading them out to more and more and more and more tanks as they grow in size, because right now we have them stretched out to 6 tanks. We have so many baby axolotls everywhere. So we want to try to set up a racking system that has a constant freshwater drip in, and that'll really help keep down on their mess, because I don't know if you guys know this, but baby axolotls are total slop pigs. They are such messy little creatures. Their favorite thing is to gather all the mess in one corner and then scoot through it when you try to pick it up. So when you go to pick it up, it just plumes into the water column. That's their favorite activity. So
here she comes with that baster. Hurry.
Exactly. But the thing is, they know the difference between the food baster and the cleaning baster. when the cleaning baster is even near the tanks, they're just all over the place. But when the food baster's nearby, they're all floating around like, feed me first.
Well,
Me
maybe we'll have to
first,
two-hand
feed
it.
me. This is what you see. Feed me.
Oh, look at that sweet little thing.
Feed
And
me.
does it poop?
Yes, this is an axolotl that I was gifted from Stephen P's stream, and oh my goodness, I love it so much. But yeah,
That
it's
is
right here. So,
cute.
but that's what they do. They're just like feed me. But when the turkey baster comes in to clean, they're like, oh no, poop everywhere, poop everywhere, and that's what they do.
So
I've been.
turtles without shells. Yeah.
So
Basically, yeah.
I've been posting a lot of shorts lately on the axolotl babies as they've been developing, and I can share one with you guys right now. I'm probably gonna get dinged for the music on it because it's a short, but I'll just mute that part later. So let me see if I can share that with you guys because this one is so stinking cute. They were so cute in this one.
Hi, Jess. Hi, Patty.
Hello guys, welcome. Okay, so is that sharing?
Yes.
Alrighty, and here we go. I love this one. And that's it. But I love how the last one drops in like a stormtrooper. Dun 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 dun. But they're very active. So what I've been doing since last week is I've been separating them by size. The biggest ones are out in 220 longs out in the living room, and the other ones are graded by different size from medium down to teeny tiny, between 3 10s and a 5 right now. The teeny tinies are in a 5. And if anyone needs any extra help, I have a little breeder box here for any guys that are like not wanting to eat or being outfeeded. I move them to this breeder box here for a few days and I put them back in the tank. And that's another reason for a good reason for the rack, because then I can hand feed every single baby instead of pile feeding them and just hoping that they all eat. Now I can make sure that they're all eating. Nathan says,
Brace
oh my God,
yourself,
that's a lot of
Nathan.
babies. How many females is that from? That's just from one Nathan. And that's only 2 out of 6 tanks of the babies. There's a lot of babies. And they're all doing really well. So, but they really do love their bloodworms. That's like a constant thing, like at least 3 times a day. I was trying to feed them. We need dwarf axolotl.
Is there such a thing?
I mean, not healthy ones. I don't think there's a smaller version of the axolotl species themselves, but there are 5 different types of species that are similar to axolotls in the watershed region where they come from. So maybe one of the other species would be smaller, but I know like a similar species such as the Andersoni are a little bit bigger than they are. And they usually crossbreed them to strengthen their genetics in laboratories. Jade says, are you taking deposits? We have not started taking deposits yet, Jane, but I will make that announcement when we start the pre-order list for those little cuties.
They're just cute.
They are so cute. It's really hard not to make so many shorts about them, but at least like half my shorts right now are axolotls.
Well, they have so much personality.
They really do.
Whether they do or don't, they look like they do with that little thing that goes back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, what I like is that like you can tell so much health by like so many different things by the different movement and shape and color of their gills and frills. So you basically their health is all in that. So if they're nice and straight and curly and they're floofing every now and again, they're just feeling fancy. But if they're curled up and their little frills are really curly and you see their veins and they're stressed. It could be stress like light sores. They can have ammonia issue in there, or they just might not be feeling good. So it's a really good key area to watch for stressors and symptoms of a axolotl that's not feeling so hot. But those big floopy straight ones, those just mean they're fancy and happy. Then says, in my opinion, they are a lot more work than fish. Don't you have to keep the water cold? I watched a video and they said you need to have a chiller hooked up to the tank to be sure it's cold. Well, Nathan, the lucky part is we live in Wisconsin, so we get cold for free. But the
tanks probably harder to keep in Florida.
The tanks naturally stay in the mid to high 60s, so we don't really have to worry too much about trying to keep them too cool or try to cool them back down. Like in the summer, if they get a little bit warmer, as long as they stay below 72, they've been good. But we've had a few days where they've peaked above 72, and for those days, we just do like fans to blow over the top of the water, or frozen water bottles or water changes, and that does enough until that little peak heat period comes back down. And Kelly says, ignore that impulse to not make axolotl shorts. Keep making the shorts. We need baby movies.
They got you from 100 to the next 100.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And in fact, my channel hit 100,000 views this morning. And it's a big part of those axolotl babies. So woohoo! I'm finally over the 800 hump, and I finally hit 100,000 views on my channel. So I'm so excited about that. Here we grow. 200 more to 1,000. I'm so excited about that. Thank you, everybody, for your support along the way, just so very, very much. Wouldn't have made it here without you guys.
Oh, that's not what I was trying to get.
Kelly said, poor Foxan's house is cold enough. Actually, it's been pretty warm here. Like, our furnace has been down for, oh my goodness, over a month now. Like, the repairman came, fixed it, the part failed. He ordered it again. We haven't heard back from him yet. But we have, like, space heaters, and we've only been using the one. And between that and the few heated tanks that we have, the house has been actually too hot. We've been doing pretty good with that. Patty says, we need warm-blooded axolotls.
Oh, that would be cool.
If
they had one that could take at least 80.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they can go over that, but that's just stressing them out. And once you get them over 72, like, that's when their immune system shuts down. That's when the fungus and the bacteria that really like to colonize their sensitive skin, like, really take harbor. And when their immune system's knocked out, it's really hard to get them healthy again. So it's just best to try to keep them cold. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, especially with axolotls.
I was talking about if they came up with another variant of them so that they were warm-blooded versus cold-blooded. 2 different kinds.
It would be cool, but I think there would have to be a lot of genetic trickery to pull that off. And then at the end, you just have
salamanders.
Something that's not natural. Jimmy says, I'm 843 of those views. I keep track. Woohoo, Jimmy! Thank you for that. That's so awesome. Patty says, you've been around a long time, Bucks. You call me old, Patty.
That's right.
I thought I hit my gray hair.
You're not old yet. You're still a young whippersnapper.
I don't know. I have someone that can call me grandma now.
Well, my first round of kids at 34, I was a grandma.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stepchild,
And Nathan says, I keep my tanks around 76 to 78. It's nice as I don't need to run heaters 24/7. I keep them set to 74 just in case, though. Yes, most of our tanks are just ambient room temperature. The tanks that we need colder are kept in, like, the colder rooms, and the tanks that we need warmer, like for the star sapphires, we put a heater in them. So, like, all the cichlids have heaters. The angels have heaters. Some things have heaters, but most don't. Most are just ambient temperature. I'm 220.
Yeah, he must
Wow.
have
Happy
looked at
birthday to you.
I think that's the views. How many
Oh.
views?
I thought we had a vampire in chat.
Well, maybe you're gonna have to take up Eduardo's way and get them stilettos and that pole in there. Rev them views up.
Yes.
Or maybe you
Mud
could get
puppy.
Eduardo to come over and do that.
Thank you,
That would be neat.
Bunny.
Oh.
And Craig says he's at 902. YouTube didn't pinch his whole 3 subs he got yesterday. Woo! Only 98 more to go. That's 98 more bottles of beer on the wall, Craig. We can knock those down.
You know, it's like if you were having to read a book for a book report and you didn't really care for the book, those last 20 pages took forever to finish them things. It's like you could feel the end coming, you know, and you just couldn't get through them. But you had to read them because there might be a question about them, so you had to read them.
Shane, speaking of polls, has anyone seen Eduardo?
Well, no, he's back in school. Today was his first day back. So I imagine he's probably swamped and probably wore out.
Maybe. He's probably exhausted. The kids probably beat him up with all the new Christmas energy.
Yeah. And of course, they get ready for testing, and he's got to train so many people and all that kind of stuff. He's not just teaching this year.
Nice. And welcome,
like
Melvin.
A Guy Friday.
And if Jen, you answered my question that I asked her forever ago, I forgot to look for her answer.
She hasn't yet. She hadn't gone down to check.
Okay, thank you for that.
Chocolate brownie that you took home.
I don't know.
That that like chocolate brownie that you took home.
Look at the table. Look at the table. It's in a napkin.
That's okay. She's so cute. She's absolutely adorable. And I didn't even get to tell you like last week because it was such a crazy stream because we had Santa Claus up here last week, which was so awesome. Thank you everyone on the FishFam Christmas committee that made FishFam Christmas possible. It was phenomenal. But with all that excitement last week, we did your firework presentation and we didn't get to talk about it. That was so cool that you did that. Making everyone's head burst like little fireworks for the New Year's. I thought that was
exploding with excitement.
Exactly. I thought that was so stinking cute.
I know. I was kind of like, I don't have a project assigned this week, because that was before we did the FishFam story and the rhythm of "'Twas a Night for Christmas," and then we had that one. We had the song. It's like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, it's a little harder coming up with it's a little harder coming up with something different for New Year's Eve every year. But I really liked that one, and it really pays homage to all of our FishFam people. So it was so very cool.
I like doing stuff like that.
Thank you for making that. And your editing skills, all those little videos that you've been putting out lately, all those little tricks you've been doing, you are getting so good. I need to learn some things off of you now.
Well, there's so many things that I don't know, but it's like, man, Stephen, and like that, I'm a little competitive, just a tad.
I haven't been able to tell at all.
I haven't stepped up my game in 6-7 months. It's like, okay, get your fat ass out of the chair and do something.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike. And so I decided I would learn something.
Well, what I do is I'm comfortable in my editing skills, but then when I realize there's something I want to do, then I go out there and figure it out. But until I have that need to want to learn, I don't learn it.
That's like, you remember when Stephen used to do the old movie cinema marquee when he had a guest or something on his Hey Fish Tube? Well, I ran across that 8 months ago in my system. Can't find it again. Never have been able to find it again. Don't know how I found it that day. It was just by accident looking for something else. Because it's like, I really want to do that. And
well, do they ever update the assets in your editor, like, and remove old ones?
Well, I don't know if they remove, but it's like all of a sudden, I got, remember that week I was looking for campfires and all that stuff? But like the very next day or later that night, I had 5 different campfires. Did it hear me? Got him? Is it listening to me? Could be. Everything else listens to you, except for your husband and your kids.
Hello, vibes. And sometimes your co-hosts if they're not paying attention.
Carrie's here.
Hello,
Hi,
Carrie. Welcome. Lovely to have you in here with us this evening.
Oh, I have another project that I want to get done.
What is
we're
that?
We're not doing resolutions. I do resolutions for the month of January only. I don't try to go 12 months. 1 month is enough. And I didn't even bother to do that this year. But, I've got that 15-gallon Flue Ball Flex.
Yes.
I still have not been able to figure out how I can manipulate that thing in this room. I can't find a place for it unless I do a custom built stand. And I ran all around town the other day looking for something I'll never find and wasted a whole day. But I could have built the thing for the whole day that I wasted looking for something I can't find.
Well, I told you could do it Indiana Jones style and have it lower from the ceiling.
Yes, but I'm afraid the ceiling might fall.
Oh, goodness. Well,
we
find a
live in
joist.
Hurricane Alley. Well, and
Find
I
the strong spot.
2 ceiling fans in this room, so you don't crawl up on ladders without checking where you're at.
Think.
Have you ever been a ceiling fan before?
Have I ever what?
Has a ceiling fan ever hit you in the back of the head when you were like if you got up on your bed to change curtain rods or something and stepped back a little too close?
I'm ashamed to admit it was in the back of the head. It was right in the
So you saw it coming and didn't duck.
Yep.
And like one time I threw my hand up to let the road come over, and I guess I caught it just right. This was an older house and the ceilings weren't as tall, but the ends of my fingers hit that thing. It was like a 2x4 slapped my daggone knuckles.
Oof. Ouch.
Yeah, it hurts. I don't play with a ceiling fan, but I got 2 of them. So I can't be doing a whole lot of nothing without checking. Plus, we have the attic drop down thing.
Yeah.
So to use that, we have to turn the ceiling fan off and turn this one and turn the blades a certain way so that one corner can just scooch down in there. And it just does miss this 125, but we put the 125 in place off of that ladder. I knew I'd have enough room.
Yeah. And you have no more wall space that you can like attach a shelf to or above the window or
not a 15-gallon.
And Craig says, what is the best editing program for a dummy like me? Well, Craig, when it comes to editing, it's really you have to try a bunch of programs and see what works best for you. Personally, I really like using the KindMaster app and the UCut editor. Miss Didi, what do you like to use for editing?
Now, on my phone, I found one. It was called VONT, and I liked it. It's just, I can't do that tiny screen stuff.
Yeah, my eyes are getting old for that.
I use it for 3 or 4 videos, and they look okay, but it's so much work for me to see and to not hit it's hard for me to type on my phone. You can tell when I'm responding back from my phone in chats because it's a mess. It's
a hot mess.
I like that one for the phone, but I never have tried that KineMaster that you do. Now, as far as a laptop, there's several, but I like that Power Director from Cyberlink. But they have a free version, and then you have the other. But the free version, you have their logo thing all over your videos. So if you
they leave a watermark.
You have to pay for it. Yeah. So, but I did it for a couple of times just to see if I wanted to use the program.
Yeah.
And I liked how I was able to manipulate that one on something I could see, and you can point and drag and all that stuff with your mouse. So I like that. But there's lots of good ones.
And Nathan Huffy says, speaking of FishFam Christmas, I received my filter bundle from Stephen P. giveaway and I deleted the unboxing video. Oh, no, Nathan. I've done that more times than I would prefer to admit. Took 3 tries before I was okay with sharing it. Half y'all heard this already. I'm so sorry, Nathan. That's one of the hiccups that happens with editing. Sometimes we just mess up, and it's okay.
I don't know what hole Keith is talking about.
Yeah, there's a few.
I have holes that don't edit.
But I am very sorry about that, Nathan. Hello, Barbara. Welcome. Nice to have you in here this evening. Okay, so let's see. So we ordered some fishies that we're going to be having coming in on the 12th. I'm so excited about that. Eric Wyrock won a gift card to Dan's Fish on Kelly's live stream last week, and he gifted it to me. He's so stinking nice. So we had 2 gift cards saved up, and we used both of those to get the fish on Dan's Fish. So Brian got some Bosemani Aves Creek. Bosemani, they're so beautiful. And I bought the rest of the crocodile toothpick fish that Dan had. So I'm so excited. I'm going to grow my colony.
Those are cool.
Get on
I saw the video of some y'all had.
Yeah, I really love those guys. We have 3 left. So I'm excited to add 11 more to my 3-pack. They're going to be like, where did all these people come from? Oh my goodness. So I'm so excited about that. What else have we? Oh, the stir
that's a really cool fish.
It is. They're really cool. And I'm hoping that I'm going to give them their own 5.5 forest to live in and do their own thing. So I'm hoping that they'll give me some babies out of that. I'm excited about that.
Do it now.
And our stir-bys gave us just a couple of eggs, which is really cool because it's the first time they've spawned for us. So we have a few eggs in a cup that we're watching, and they should be hatching any day now.
How about the duplicarius?
Nothing on the duplicarius yet. They're waiting to wait forever. They're beautiful, but they're not giving us any babies yet.
As they grow, they get prettier and prettier. I saw your recent, was it a short or a regular video?
I believe Brian put out a short of them recently, and I'm watching them because I'm watching as they play. I'm waiting for those signs of when the females start getting their more developed bellies, and when their play starts turning into teeing off, then I know it's time to pull them and they'll be ready to spawn. So that's what I'm waiting for. They haven't started initiating that type of play yet, so they're not quite ready yet. And they'll get there. They're still young. Eventually. And what else? We ordered some parts for axolotl rearing rack that we're going to be putting together. So those parts should be coming in like a week or so.
And you're just going to try to get that ready for your next batch, or are you hoping to get that activated and be able to use it for separation for this batch?
I don't know how quickly we'll have it up and going for this batch. Plus, the rack is probably a 1/4 of what we need currently compared to what we have running around in tanks at the moment.
Got you.
So this is like a trial thing to see how it works, but I think it's going to work out pretty well because Brian's pretty smart with all these things. So I trust him to pull it off. I'm so very grateful for how smart he is because I can't do this.
As the story said, you know, Brian does his own things and he does it way cheaper.
He does. He will make sure that it's low cost and efficient.
And it's funny because I've memorized part of that poem. You know, just because you have to go back and look and add and insert. And it's like, and he does it way cheaper. That just sticks for some reason.
Yeah.
I have at least 3 of the babies. Remember, I put them on the spoon, the eggs?
Yes.
And I put them in a shrimp tank. I can see 3 of them of the long fin, Egbert and Sheldon's family.
The Parallelus or Paleotis. Sorry, Paleotis.
Yes, he's cheap. He's cheap. He does it way cheaper. He's a DIYer. Something that you don't know anything about, Kelly. So mind your own business. Hey, Pig Trippin', a.k.a. Steve. Yeah, Kelly's not into DIY. She says nothing gets done DIY.
DIY is fun until you get frustrated.
Well, now, yes, I can throw a fit too, and it's a hissy fit in the South. But then once I get over that spell, it's like, damn it, it ain't gonna beat me. I may
Jimmy,
trash that one and start all over, but I'll get to it.
yeah. Jimmy says I build smaller tank stands on casters. I move them around here and there. That's a good idea. So he can play literally musical tanks whenever he wants.
Yeah. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
I just hope that your floor is super level, because otherwise they're going to either roll to or away from you.
Yeah, it's like, oops. You come home one day, they're all in one corner, all busted up. It's like,
Oh my goodness. I don't even want to imagine that. Hello, Ricky. Welcome.
Yeah, see,
And anyone
Kelly,
else
and I'm
that
kind
is-
of getting caught up in this a little bit. I'm getting lazy.
Let someone else do it.
Yeah. Oh Lord, Funk is a movie star now.
I made a Funk, but I know it's not. I can't answer that, but I can't respond to that. But happy birthday, Funk!
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's a great day. That's what we say. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Funk, each and every day.
And somebody that I'm really excited to see in the chat tonight.
Hello, John McKenzie. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We had a fright yesterday.
I just didn't know what to do or say. It scared me to death.
It did. Do you want to tell everyone what we're talking about?
Well, and maybe a lot of you might have seen it, but Chattanooga Ed put out a little short, and it said, "In loving memory of John McKenzie."
And my heart dropped. My heart literally
in
dropped.
loving memory, and I'm like, what happened?
Yeah. And then John commented on one of my shorts from the grave, and I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on here? I'm so confused. What is going on here?
And it was so hot. I was the first person to comment, I think, because I'm like, I don't understand. And of course, I went to bed before Ed responded, and he still hadn't responded as of this morning. And now John is here. So
I'm still kicking, he said.
But it scared me because it was like, oh my God.
It did too. I didn't understand it at first.
I didn't know what to do or say. It was like,
I was like, did something happen to John McKenzie that I didn't hear about? Because no one's saying anything. But look at this video I found, and I'm confused. And then you got upset because we didn't understand.
And I still don't understand what Ed meant in loving memory, unless it was the kind of, it was an angel fish, right?
I think he was like dedicating it to John, like for being there to be.
Did he have an angel fish named John McKenzie? Maybe.
Well, he said in the description.
He did lose some angelfish recently.
Yeah, because he said in the video description that John McKenzie has been there since like day one. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he meant, but now I'm confused. I'm just happy that John McKenzie, our FishFam member, is still around and safe and okay. That's because I was well confused.
And I'll never forget John McKenzie. He did one of the he won a mug on Mike's Aquatics and Things, I think when he got 300 subs. And I wanted that cup so bad. And he gifted it to me. So, thank you. Just, those little things mean a lot.
Yeah, that is very sweet.
And Gina wants to know when you're going to put your stuff on Get Gills again. She has a gift card burning a hole in her pocket.
So we will be listing things on our Get Gills again in the spring when it's safe to ship again. So depending on Wisconsin weather, it could be March, it could be April. It all depends. And I thank you guys for bearing with us because safety of the animals is the utmost priority, and we can only guarantee their safety and a little bit of the warmer months. So we're waiting for the steadier, warmer weather with spring to come in, and we don't have any more crazy snow craziness here that I have to worry about them, because the less I have to worry about them, the better it is for you guys. You don't see me go crazy.
Don't call me if you die, Jimmy.
At least have Pat text me or something, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I love you, and don't do that.
Oh,
You're here
okay.
forever.
He Ed asked him what his favorite song was. Well, you tell Ed from now on to be more explanatory in his stuff.
Yeah, because
he heart attack.
He had us wonder if we needed to order flowers and send them somewhere.
Yeah,
I was scared, but I'm happy you're okay.
Yes, and she says, but it can't be because he just commented on one of my videos, and I was like, maybe it's delayed or something. I don't know. You know? In my mind, it was like that couldn't be something. This wasn't right. Hey Tim.
Hey Jimmy, that is not nice. He is very, very, very smart.
He is smart. He's not hearing.
He knows you'll lose IQ points watching us.
Now, you did say you were going to try to get him on the Christmas program with us, and you did say you may have to work favors. But I noticed he was here.
He was here willingly. I didn't have to like he says, there was no GUN in his rib cage, like he likes to say. He sat here willingly on his own, safe and sound.
In his little dark spot back. We need to get him on the stream sometime and do an interview with him. Oh Lord, he would die.
Oh my goodness.
You see him on the hot spot on the Fishy Biz?
No, I can't. Actually, yes and no, I can.
Answering them. I can see him answering the questions. I just can't see him doing it on the stream.
Oh no, I can. He's one of the many things. I love everything about him, but his comedic timing, his perfection of one-liners, and the dead ass face he'll give you while he delivers them is comic gold. So it would be amazing to see him on that.
What was it that we had 69 something others, and so a $69 gift card or something. Yeah,
yes.
I donated a $69 gift card because that's how many viewers we had or something. And so in somebody else's stream, Brian Tyler said, "Didi, thanks for the 69." And nobody knew what it was talking about. I was like, okay, you got me.
Yeah, that was I remember that, and Larry D won that, and that was for our 69th episode, our 69th live stream. Yes, yeah, so he won the gift card, and I remember Brian saying that, and I remember just looking at him like, people are gonna think that's not. That's wrong. I couldn't even get I still can't get the words out about it.
You let them think. That's the whole point. Everybody's thinking. Sometimes don't think it some days. You know, it gets the brain sharp. Gets the wheels clicking. Oh, something else.
Yeah, but it also gets the rumor mill going, and I don't need any kind of all that jazz.
Well, that would be a long way to go for 69.
Hey, lots of things are virtual nowadays.
I don't even think you can work that virtually. Lots of things you can, but I don't think that's one of them. But, I am going to make me some tanks. I'm going to try to make some bigger, small shrimp tanks.
Bigger, smaller?
Yeah, I need some that are taller, that they're the same size as like the 2.5, but I need them to be tall as a 10-gallon.
Yeah.
And maybe 1 inch wider. I could get by with 1 inch wider. So I could have, another 1.5 gallons or so of water in those tanks. I need to do 3 of them. So I'm going to try with 1. And if it works, I'll make the other 2. If not, I just have wasted glass on 1.
Yeah, that actually.
after I get this room straight, figured out that flex has to get out the floor somewhere.
And Chad just jumped on me. Let's see. Crypt Keeper says, "What's up, Foxy and Didi? Welcome, Crypt." Dedicated or something. I'm sorry.
I do have a 15-gallon column too. And
nice.
That is where the flex needs to go on that stand. Because the column is nowhere near big enough for it. And so that's the tank I would make the new stand for. But I was just lazy that day,
Yeah.
I just was. And it was rainy and I had to drag my saws and stuff outside and go up underneath the shed porch. And I just didn't want to do it. Instead, I wasted my day going in these thrift stores and all looking for just a little stand that would be right there. Now, they did have one at the LFS, but it was $200 some. It's like, nope, I ain't doing it. I can build it,
Yeah, and the like that would be how to do it.
Like
if you're looking for a specific stand, like if you don't want to build it, look through the thrift stores because they have the old kinds of strong stands that are odd dimension. So you might look out.
Wood.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
But Gina said, "My."
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish.
If it wasn't on a joist that's running this way,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind even pulling in some cinder blocks and building me a stand, 2 cinder blocks high or something. That's all I really need. But I just don't want to keep adding weight across the middle of the room.
Yeah, that would make me nervous too, because then.
Yeah, just on one joist.
Because then, like, all your tanks will be even one day, and then slowly they'll start to be. I don't want to worry about that.
Yeah, so I don't want to push that, too much.
Yeah.
But what did Gina do?
She said her bird Marco loves the birthday song. By the way, she was singing along with it. That is so freaking cute. Marco is an adorable bird. I wish I didn't feel bad about me personally owning a bird because I would. But I can't bring myself to do it, and I want a bird. So I love them vicariously through others.
I love birds, and I would have them, but he doesn't like them. He said because they're messy, which they are. But the other day, me and Butterfly was in the another LFS, and they have birds and rabbits and everything too. And they had a big, it looked like a cockatoo, but it was pinky colored. That thing was making the most racket. And I went over there and I said, "Hey, how are you?" And he was trying to get attention. He wanted somebody to talk to him,
Oh, I forget the name of those birds. I'm not very good with my birds, but all I can tell you, I've seen that bird you're talking about before.
Well, this is the Beretta bird with the big white thing.
Yes,
but it's a pinker color instead of a white. I don't know.
And Saints Dust says, "I finally set up a tank just for his mystery snails. That's awesome! Yay. Welcome to crazy snail ownership."
And I've forgotten how many snails I used to have at one time. But that video that I used on my backdrop, which I finally learned how to make a green screen video after a year of having this program. But it's like, okay, I just pulled up some old videos. It's like, oh my God, I forgot about this. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. So that's how I'm going to do my tank tours. Is you're going to have to watch them daggone videos and see them one tank at a time.
Slowly tanking around your fish room.
And I used to have cockatiels and parakeets.
Oh yeah, I've never had any birds. I've always loved them, but I just can't do it, man.
And I've also had a double yellow-headed Mexican parrot too. Junior was his name. He was 27.
It had two heads, or that's.
He had yellow and yellow.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yellow.
Okay.
And he was a mean bird. Did not like my first husband. And every time my husband would go by, he would take that foot and put it in the tray with the sunflower seeds and fling them things across the room at my husband.
Well, was he a mean bird, or did he just know something you didn't know yet? It was your ex-husband.
He came that way, and he never liked him. I don't know.
Yeah.
And his eyes would, he would do like this, like you put the eyeball right to the edge of the
Oh, it
tin.
was punking them.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny. That is
And for
funny.
me, he would go, "Oh, you want a cracker?" He'd flirt with me, and
Because
he
you're the
would take
pretty
my
one.
clothes and try to catch him on his clothes when he would walk by. Yeah,
Wow.
maybe a man was mean to him or something.
Maybe that's usually
You
the
know,
case with them, unfortunately.
but he
Aquafunk
sure.
says, sorry.
Go ahead. It was Purdy.
It's this darn delay between us. You were like on time, and I'm a little bit behind with the internet speeds. But
Oh yeah,
Aquafunk
y'all should have
says,
heard us trying to get that song right. Because
yeah, it didn't
she says,
happen.
"Okay, you sing this line and I'll sing this line," and so I'm thinking I'm singing, and then it's like, "Daggone, Foxy ain't got very bit of rhythm because she's missed the whole rhythm." And what it was, she was like, what, about 6 seconds behind me, or
Yeah,
3 seconds,
something
or
like
something
that.
like that. So we had to just do it a different way. Than she had to merge it together. I don't know how she did that, but I did
I'm-
my lines and sent them to her, and she mixed them together.
I did it with my little bit of editing magic that is not very good, but I
With
tried.
her finger on the phone.
With
Oh,
my finger.
She texts me. She says, "I'm under the covers trying to do something with some music." I thought, okay. That's what you're calling it.
That's how I
Nothing
get it
else but
quiet.
music.
With all the tanks bubbling, there's literally not a quiet spot in this house. So if I want to deaden the sound, because this is what I had to record with before Christmas came. I have a new microphone now, but this is what I was recording my stuff with. So in order to get all that nice isolation that I was looking for, I had to hide under a blanket and record all my stuff. So that's how it happened. But Funk says, Foxy, what temp is too cold to ship even with heat packs, in my opinion. In my opinion, Funk, we really don't like to ship anything that's like 50s. Like when it's like lower 50s and below, it gets a little uncomfortable shipping them at that temperature because we can pack them the best we can, make sure we send them the way that we do, but we can't like be with them to babysit them all along the way, so we don't know where they're being stored, if they're going to be left outside for too long. So when it gets down to like nippy, really, really cold temperatures, like for tropical fish, that's where we like to draw the line. And we usually run into the really cold weather right before Thanksgiving. So like week before Thanksgiving is usually our last week of shipping, and that's done well for us so far. So we're probably going to stick with that module for right now and reevaluate that going forward. But right now we're comfortable with that. And we might ship axolotls a little bit earlier than the fish because they tolerate the colder temperatures. But right now that's what we like to do, is stop at and start around those temperatures.
That's not
Since
my
that's
vibrator, y'all. That's my water thing in my lubricant.
And Saint Stas says, Aqua, it's probably too cold. I just got 5 frozen fish today. And oh no, I'm so sorry. That really stinks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, when you get them straight out the mail and they didn't even have a chance.
Yeah, we are very fortunate to have an amazing, amazing mailman. Like our driveway is probably like a quarter mile long. And instead of putting it in the mailbox or near the box at the road, he will drive it all the way down the driveway, knock on the door, and hand it right to us. He doesn't ever leave it on the porch or anything like that. So he always delivers it straight to us, so we don't have to worry about the fishies ever getting cold. Unfortunately, not every other carrier is like that, so that stinks.
Oh, I have a good one too. So when you have a good mail person, that's when you're fortunate. Very fortunate.
Yes.
That's like I wanted to order some shrimp, and I should have gone ahead and done it last Monday night, but I waited.
Yeah.
It's like,
You don't
okay.
say. You want some more shrimp?
Yeah, imagine that. But anyways, then I go pull out my computer that I use for ordering, and it wasn't charged. So then I had to hook it up charger. But now I get busy and forget, and now let's see, this was Monday. Now it's be Friday before I do it now. And now they're saying another storm can be coming in a week. And it's like, no, I don't want to do it. But sometimes it might be 5 or 6 days, that they stay in the mail. So it's like, okay, I've got to wait again. So
Yeah.
I should have done it right then because how's the weather looking for shipping? He said, it's fine. Well, then I'll wait. Too late. Passed on it.
Sometimes you just have to and just wait and just to be safe. But Jimmy P says, Roxanne and Didi, my next stream will be a pop-up. I'm putting the P show on hold for a little while. Okay, Jimmy.
I take it Mary has not gotten her phone yet.
No, as far from last I heard from Mary, her phone is still broken. She's been trying to use her husband's phone, but he doesn't get the best signal where they live. And she's been trying to hook her tablet up to the internet. For some reason, her tablet keeps telling her that something's broken with the tablet, that it won't connect. And that's as far as I've been able to talk to her. So she texts me every few days. So she's doing okay. She's just struggling, trying to get on the internet and get back here with us all. But she misses us terribly, and she's so very upset, and she can't wait to be back and apologize in person profusely. And we can't wait to have you back as well, Mary. So hopefully we can help her get things figured out and have her back here soon. So I miss that woman, gosh darn it. It's weird not having her up here and just and I just miss her so much. It's so much.
Yes. Mary brings the party to the world,
Yes.
She just lights everything up when she comes in.
Exactly. And I really miss her TikToks that she's been doing. She is such a good dancer, and she is so creative with them, and they're so much fun.
She's so cute too.
I just hope she can get everything straightened back out so we can have her back here soon. A little selfishly, I need her. I miss her.
Jimmy's missing her. We're going through Mary withdrawals.
Exactly. It's bad.
Well, maybe. And plus, at first she trying to get somebody to take her shift on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
But that hadn't worked out.
Yeah.
So maybe,
there was a lady.
Work out.
There is a lady that does come in and help her out, but it can't always be on Thursdays because she has a normal job, and that's when she comes in to fill in. So she was meant to come in to fill in for Thursdays, but she hasn't been able to get Thursdays off on her other job to fill in for Mary on Thursdays. So that's why Mary was having a hard time making it up here at first. And then she'd get her deliveries on Thursdays, so they'd always be delivered 15 minutes before the hot mess started. So that's why she was always catching the caboose. But now that her phone is broken and her internet's having a issue connecting to her tablet, that's why we haven't been seeing her around. So we're trying to work on some resolutions for those issues, and hopefully we can have her back here soon.
I'm not any kind of internet expert. If it's broken, I probably can't help you fix it.
Yeah.
All I can do is push buttons, and sometimes I luck up and push the right one, and then sometimes I make it so bad I have to carry it somewhere. And it's just the way it works sometimes.
Either I can figure it out or it's just broken. Hello, Joe. Welcome. So maybe I can help some other people, get some other people on the case for her. But the thing is, it's just hard to get through to talk to her because the only way is texting or calling her husband's phone, and his reception's very spotty. So you can rarely ever get her to call or be able to get enough signal to call back out. So when she can send a text through and it comes through, that's when I get it and I send one back to her, and that's how we've been communicating. So just so everyone knows, Mary is fine. And it's already 7:01. Oh my goodness, I overtalked us again.
Oh, sorry, Bunny. Bunny lost a baby Burmese archer fish.
Oh no, Bunny.
No idea why. And they're great little spitters.
They truly are. I'm so sorry.
But it does suck. You just get used to looking at them, and it's and you can tell, oh, what? And you go.
It's always sad when one passes because every life is precious. So I feel you, Bunny, and I'm sorry. But it is already 7:02 Central Standard Time, Keith. I see your comment there. And Kelly is not going this evening because she's not feeling good. She is not. She's not feeling good this evening. So she canceled her stream. So hopefully we'll have her back next week, and she will be talking about how to, let's say, wrote it down because I knew I wasn't going to remember it.
How to find and evaluate a scientific paper Now, I
Thank
thought I was
you.
going to learn me something tonight, Kelly Foreman.
Well, not tonight, but you will
Not tonight.
definitely
It
learn
ain't going to
something
happen.
next Monday if she's feeling, or next Thursday if she's feeling better by
Yeah.
then. So hopefully, but I believe
It's-
there's a new live stream this evening as well after Ed's. I believe, who said they're streaming after Ed this evening? Was it Mississippi Hippie that's going this evening?
Now, Skipper was doing something too. He was doing the nocturnal feeding,
Hmm.
nocturnal something.
Was that who it is? Somebody is
Well,
going this.
somebody
There's
else
a
may be doing something too.
there's a
Maybe.
new stream. You know, let's go to fishfam.link calendar and see if it has been updated with the newest information yet, and then I can correct my shit and get it straight to
Well,
you
Skipper's
guys.
was not on there, but it was not on there the last time either. But you know what?
Okay.
The cat stream Kelly did last week. That was fascinating.
That was
I
very
never would have
fascinating.
thought that I would have
still
enjoyed
live.
it, but well, yeah, kind of.
We'll be up in a minute.
Yeah, keep your
Brian.
pants on, Brian.
He thought we were done, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything in the 10 p.m. Central time slot after Aquarium Cast of Chattanooga, so we'll just have to stay tuned and see what happens for that.
There wasn't nothing there when I did my that starts for me next week, Foxy Fishes.
Oh, awesome. Well, we were listening, Mississippi, and I'm so excited. We're slowly turning Thursday into a ladies' night live stream lineup, so that's so exciting. And you just saw
Sherry send Matt updates at fishfam.link, and he'll get it added to that little calendar so I can run my mouth about it. My video.
Alrighty, but we are going to head on out of here, you guys. I believe Fish Room Fever is up next since Kelly is not going. So let's go on over and support them with hashtag Feel Better Kelly. No, that's probably not nice. How about Choo Choo? Hashtag Choo Choo. Floatalottles.
Oh, you have something sticking in your face.
Not surprising. All right, Miss Didi, is there anything you'd like to say before we head on out this evening over to Fish Room Fever?
Thank y'all, everybody, for being part of this family. Love y'all.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Didi, for being my fantabulous co-host. And Miss Mary, we hope to have you back with us soon. And Mods, thank you for all the hard work you do with all the links you drop and to the random things we talk about and to leading those bots to keep us in chat comfortable and safe. We greatly appreciate all the work you do. And whether you are a participant, a lurker, or the replay crew, we love all of you. Thank you so much for spending this hour with us every Thursday, and we can't wait to be back here with you next week on the Hot Mess Express at 6 Central, 7 Eastern. And who knows what we'll derail about next week. But you guys enjoy your evening. And like I say at the end of every live stream, your loved ones, call them today, let them know you love them. You're lucky enough to have them close, pull them in, give them a hug and a kiss, because tomorrow's never promised, and today's your gift, your present. Please use it to spread some love. And always, guys, it never hurts to be kind. So go forward and be kind, gosh darn it. And you all have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you around the show. Love you all. Bye.
Peace, he said.
What's that? Is that a snail? Snail. What about that? Is that the cats? Sally calls them the cats. You gonna give them kisses?
Did you just give the fishy a kiss? Oh.